covering Southeast Georgia and the Lowcountry. This is WJCL 22 Morning News. See us now.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us this half hour. I'm Emma Hamilton. We're going to get to your headlines in just a moment, but first, let's get a quick check of that certified most accurate forecast. You are looking live from our Skyview 22 camera on top of the Homewood Suites on the river. Our meteorologist, Melissa Hall, is here with that certified most accurate forecast. Melissa, you can't tell by that shot, but it's cold out there this morning.
Yeah, it is crisp because it is so clear, Emma. We lost the clouds. Finally, we lost the clouds, right? Felt like they were around for days, literally. Well, you can see that radar clear right now. So downtown Savannah looking beautiful, but like Emma said, you're going to want to bundle up before you head out that door because it is very chilly to start the day. Temperatures stay there in the 30s for the folks that are in the eastern part of the area, but the eastern part of the area also dealing with a little bit of a breeze. And look at what happens when you have that little bit of a wind and those clear skies. Things have tanked overnight. We're waking up in the 20s with a feel-like temperature, and that's the norm, especially for the western part of the area. Now, this afternoon, we're going to keep that sunshine around. We'll have some clouds building back in, but even with the sunshine, it's going to stay cool today. We should be in the mid-50s, or we'll be in the mid-50s for a daytime high, even though we should be close to 60. Now, tonight, we want to fire up that grill. We're only going to have a light little breeze out of the northeast, but it's going to make these temperatures feel slightly cooler than where they are. But the good news is things calm down overnight and they get cloudier too. So temperatures not looking to tank tonight like they did to start today. The downside, though, tomorrow, rain chances back in the forecast, and that's how we start Tuesday as well. We'll take a look at the timing of this and what we're expecting here in just a few minutes.
Melissa, thank you so much. Now to the new developments in President Trump's attempts to overturn Georgia's election, further fueling impeachment talks this morning. President Trump reportedly pressured Georgia's lead elections investigator during a phone call to, quote, find the fraud responsible for his election loss. According to a Washington Post report, the president told the investigator they would be a national hero if they found the evidence he asked for. This is all based on an anonymous interview with a person familiar with that December 23rd phone call. Legal experts say the president's call to the elections investigator could amount to obstruction. And according to the Atlanta Journal-Constitution, White House officials also urged a top federal prosecutor to resign before the Senate runoffs. The president accused him of not doing enough to investigate the false allegations of voter fraud here in Georgia. Plans to introduce articles of impeachment against President Trump tomorrow are moving forward. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi hasn't committed to a vote on this issue, but is telling Democrats to prepare to return to Capitol Hill this week. Aixa Diaz is in our Washington bureau this morning with more on what we can expect in the days ahead. Aixa.
Lawmakers will formally introduce the impeachment resolution tomorrow in the House and could vote on it on Wednesday. House Speaker Nancy Pelosi says she would prefer that President Trump resign or that the vice president and the cabinet invoke the 25th Amendment to remove the president from office. Right now, neither appears to be happening. Democrats are now expected to introduce one article of impeachment accusing the president of inciting an insurrection after his supporters stormed the Capitol. One of the congressmen who drafted the measure says more than 180 House members are co-sponsoring the resolution.
It is my hope that we will be joined in this effort by some Republicans. Some have made public statements acknowledging the gravity of the president's misconduct, and I hope it will be bipartisan. It should be.
Republican Senator Pat Toomey says he believes the president committed impeachable offenses, but stopped short of saying he would vote to convict if there's a Senate trial. In Washington, I'm Aixa Diaz.
5 people died on Wednesday during those riots. Multiple people are facing federal charges, and investigators are continuing to make arrests. You can see more on this developing story on Good Morning America. That airs right after our show at 7 o'clock. Well, local lawmakers are responding to the articles of impeachment. Lowcountry Republican Congresswoman Nancy Mace says she doesn't believe there will be enough support for it, while Representative James Clyburn says otherwise.
We have to be really careful about continuing to divide our country, and doing an impeachment right now in the last 12 days of office, a rushed impeachment, would just throw gasoline on the fire.
This impeachment that I am pushing very hard for, I think is necessary for us to say, at least the House of Representatives will not tolerate this. We'll let Mitch McConnell determine whether or not the Senate will tolerate this.
South Carolina Senator Tim Scott is also responding to the calls for impeachment. In a statement, he says, in part, neither impeachment nor invoking the 25th Amendment would heal and unite our fractured nation. The Department of Justice says it's not pardoning people involved in the riot at the U.S. Capitol. It points to false social media reports making that claim. Now, some of the attendees of the riot at the Capitol are defending themselves this morning. A former mayoral candidate in Texas insists that she did nothing wrong.
So do I think that it was wrong for us to go to the Capitol? Absolutely not. Do I think that it was wrong for me to go through an open door and get inside of the Capitol? No, I don't. I didn't break any laws. I didn't do anything unlawful. And I think that's probably why the FBI and the law enforcement have not contacted me yet.
It's getting harder for President Trump's supporters to communicate on the alternative social media platform Parler. Apple is removing the app from its stores after threats of violence and illegal activity. The iPhone maker says it warned Parler but didn't see an appropriate response. Google has removed Parler from its Play Store, and Amazon is also removing it from its cloud hosting services. Well, Georgia is entering the next phase of the vaccination rollout plan starting tomorrow. The Coastal Health District will give out vaccinations to those who are 65 or older. Their caregivers will also be able to receive the vaccine. Vaccinations will continue for first responders and healthcare workers. In some states, hospitals so overwhelmed, non-COVID patients are struggling to get inside, with ambulances waiting hours to bring in patients. Governors nationwide are now trying to speed up vaccinations. ABC's Zoe Shaw reports.
This chilling scene of a 24-year-old woman huddled in a blanket, laying on a pavement, sick with meningitis. Feet away from her, a Southern California hospital filled with COVID patients, unable to make space for just one more.
The fact that there's literally no beds available and admission times are very elongated. It's what you see in movies, and I never thought it was that bad.
One Los Angeles EMT describing wait times of up to 17 hours to bring in some of the sickest. Hospitals slammed. Cedars-Sinai Dr. Sam Torbati hasn't had a day off in 3 weeks.
It takes so much effort and energy to take care of them. And our staff, they're burning out.
Across the country, long lines and mounting frustration over the vaccine's slow rollout. More than 6 million doses administered, just 30% of the number distributed. New York City opening 5 vaccination sites on Monday. The state expanding the list of who can get the shot next, including daycare employees, firefighters, and police officers, and people over the age of 75. But it could take 14 weeks, nearly 4 months, to vaccinate just those groups.
Just because the reservations become available, don't expect everyone is going to get a reservation right away.
In Tennessee, the Lynns arriving in their camper at 5:30 in the morning.
I want to get a vaccine any way I can.
Back in California, the state marking its deadliest day of the pandemic, nearly 700 dead. 30-year-old nurse and mom of 5, Ashley Gomez, battling the virus while pregnant. Her baby made it. Ashley did not.
She got to see just the picture, so she didn't even get a chance to hold them, to, kiss them or anything.
And that LA doctor we spoke to tonight saying we still have not seen the full effect of these hospitals from Christmas and New Year's. Zoreen Shah, ABC News, Los Angeles.
The IRS is changing the rules for how you get the new stimulus payments. Our chief national consumer correspondent, Jeff Rawson, explains that there's action you may need to take right now to get your money.
Hey, we wanted to get right on the air with you because the IRS has just issued this urgent new alert about that second stimulus payment, the $600 payment that you're expecting. And this impacts millions of people. The IRS now saying, we sent this money out so fast just now that we made some mistakes. We sent the money to accounts that are closed. We sent the payments to places we shouldn't have. So a lot of you are logging into the IRS.gov website and going into the Get My Payment tool right here, like they've been telling you to do, and you're getting this message. Payment number 2 status not available. It's also impacting millions of you that use tax preparation services like H&R Block and TurboTax, who now say they're working with the IRS to fix the mistake and redeposit the money into your correct accounts in the coming days. But if you don't get your money in the coming days and weeks, it means it didn't work and you won't get your payment automatically. So the IRS is saying, here's what they want you to do. As soon as the 2020 tax season starts and you're getting your taxes ready to apply to the IRS, which is very soon, apply for the recovery rebate credit on your taxes, and that is the fastest way to get that second stimulus payment. Plus, they want you to file your taxes electronically this year with your updated bank account information. Even if you think they have it already, update it, file your taxes electronically. That'll be the fastest way to get the money. Again, the IRS saying they're bad. They sent the money out so fast. That's the reason this happened. But millions of you now have a way to get that money on your taxes. And we wanted to let you know. Back to you.
Time right now is 6:40, and coming up, Savannah police are sending out a warning about increased car thefts happening around our community. Plus, a free trial could end up costing more than you think. Our consumer reporter has some tips for you. Melissa.
You're going to want to catch Ace's segment. You're also going to want to catch this certified most accurate forecast. But first, let's take a live look outside. Here's a gorgeous beginning to the day out at Tybee Island. Don't you wish you were there? Well, bundle up if you're heading out. It is in the upper 30s at the coast, but feels like it's in the low 30s. A lot of us feel below freezing. We'll talk about how warm we're going to get and if that sunshine's going to be sticking around in that certified most accurate forecast right after the break, which you can get that forecast anytime, though, with that WJCL 22 News app.